Hey guys, Ogs from the US. Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to give you my honest opinion about Ben Chilwell's potential move to Chelsea Football Club. According to some sources, Ben Chilwell already packed everything from the training camp and is heading to Stamford Bridge. Looks like there is a breakthrough. There is an agreement between Chelsea and Leicester City about Ben Chilwell. I can't really confirm those sources, and you have to be very careful because it could be just fake news, but it looks like something is happening behind closed doors. And Chelsea are not that stupid to wait until the last minute. They are getting their businesses done early so they can take all the players to pre-season, which is going to be in a week time from now. So if that is true, I'm going to ask you, my fellow Chelsea fans, to support Ben Chilwell. Regardless of the biased opinion we all have about Ben Chilwell, let's give him a chance. I made a video a couple days ago telling you how English players are stereotyped and we have to give them an equal chance just like other players. Let's wait and see what Frank Lampard is capable of doing with Ben Chilwell, and we're gonna judge him blood on his hand. We're gonna judge him if he doesn't work out at Chelsea Football Club. So keep your biased opinion away. Keep your judgment away from now. It's not your money. It's not my money, because we complain too much about money. We try to save money for the club and blah, blah, blah. But this time the boss decided to go and pay the money for the first time. Give the manager whatever he wants to make his team. Let's support it. And in the meantime, Emerson Palmieri is going to Italy. That's also been going on for like month and month. People are tired of this, but this time it looks like he's going to sign for Inter, and Inter are offering 20 million. Marina want 25. I think 20 million is reasonable price. Marina should take the money and run. Otherwise, we might end up by another deadwood in the team and nobody wanna take him anymore. There are so many left back options in the market right now, and if we don't get rid of Emerson as soon as possible, we have nobody to blame than ourselves. Marina needs to learn how to lose too, because we can't always win. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That is the nature of business.
Well, a quiet Thursday and Friday, and just before the office closes, a massive transfer bombshell. Few Leicester reports saying that Chelsea have made a significant breakthrough on the transfer of Ben Chilwell, and he is likely to be joining Chelsea within the next week. He's packing his stuff up from the King Power Stadium, ready for a transfer to Chelsea. Now, my thoughts on this are very complicated because he wasn't my first choice. I saw shortcomings in him. He's not the best defensively. He's nice going forward. He scores some lovely goals, particularly against Watford. But there are a few questions that I ask myself when I see this transfer. One, is he an improvement on our current left backs? Answer, yes. Big yes. Two, is he amazing value? Now, this is a tougher question because obviously we were quoted 70 million. Rumours are, and a lot of the space from the paper saying that's going down to 40 million, 30 to 40 million. That is a hell of a lot better value for an England starting left back. When you look at English premium, things like that, and a player that is Premier League proven. This guy has been scouted by Arsenal when Leicester were winning the Premier League and he wasn't even in the team. The guy has got such high potential. I'm not going to come around and say I didn't prefer Reguilon, I didn't prefer Tagliafico, because I did. But the guy's an upgrade on what we have. He's better than what we have. We're building towards the future. and I will cheer Ben Chilwell with all I can. I can take L's on here. I took an L with Declan Rice. I was completely wrong saying he wasn't good enough. And I really, really hope I'm completely wrong on Ben Chilwell. And I think, you know, there's a decent chance I can be. And I'll welcome him, I'll give him a good chance. I've never booed my own player, and I've never not wanted my own player to do well. And that will not start with the transfer of Ben Chilwell. So those are my quick thoughts. Let's see it go through, and it's another position we've upgraded in time for next season. On to the centre-backs and the goalkeepers. Tom, out.
I mean, Chilwell is going to be signing for Chelsea. Now, in case you're not aware, a lot of news is going around that, my guy left the training camp relatively early today. Apparently, he's packed up his bags and he's taking the car, whatever it is, down to London. And he's going to be a Chelsea player within, I don't know, very, very shortly. Now, I'm not going to come onto the TL and act like I was one that always wanted Ben Chilwell. Obviously, we all wanted Tejas. I wanted Tagliafico. I wanted Reguilon. I don't know how to pronounce that brother's name, but I had other options, you know. And the thing is, right now, it's a bit up in the air as to how much he costs. I don't know what the clubs have decided on. But one thing I do want to make very, 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 very clear is that despite me disagreeing with us actually signing Chilwell, I'm not the biggest fan of the transfer. I mean, the transfer fee is going to determine a lot of that for me personally. But despite me not being the biggest fan of the whole thing in general, I'm still going to back this guy. Because like I said, at the end of the day, Lampard, we all actually wanted the manager to be backed for once properly. And I was also one of the people that said, you don't just back everything because it doesn't make too much sense. But if it does happen, then I'm going to go with it because, Frank wants it. And then we'll let him have his chance to have it. So, when Chilwell does officially sign, because at this point it's very clear, when he does officially sign, am I going to wish for him to not do well? That's not going to happen. I'm going to want him to do as best as he can. I'm going to want him because, once again, all these lot, they come in and they put on the blue shirt for Chelsea, for your club, my club. If they don't do well, it don't benefit us. We're just going to keep on going to bed with paracetamol, fam. It's not going to work. So, what am I trying to say with this video? Ben Chilwell, welcome to Chelsea. The looks of it, that's what it looks like at the moment. Not going to act like I'm all gassed and everything. We keep it moving. We're still waiting on Havertz and the rest. But I just want to beg you lot that are really not the biggest fan of this transfer to allow it. Just allow it, yeah? Just let Frank have what he wants. And like I said before, just trust in the process. It's difficult. It's difficult. I really want everything to work properly. It's going to be difficult. But just trust the process. It's as simple as that. Trust the process. Trust Frank.
It's Marina, and today I'm going to talk about Ben Chilwell. So Ben Chilwell is 23, so he has a good potential. He has Premier League experience, and he's left back for both Leicester City and England. So there's a lot of debate going on whether we should actually get Chilwell or not, and some people don't want him because of his price. He's been valued by Leicester City at minimum of 60 million, while we'd actually want to get him for not more than 45. So if we do get him for more than 45, then he would be overpriced, especially considering the season he's been having. Now, don't get me wrong, he didn't have a bad season. He's had pretty decent games at the beginning of the season for both Leicester and England, but he's dropped out of form. Another reason why people don't want Chilwell is because there's better on the market. And by better, I mean Tagliafico. Now, Tagliafico is 27, so he has more experience in the game overall. He doesn't have Premier League experience because he plays in the Dutch league, but he does have Champions League experience. He's better defensively, which is an area that we need to improve, and he's cheaper. He's valued at 22, according to latest reports. Cheaper and better. Obvious choice, but it's not Lampard's. I believe Lampard is smart enough to actually know what the team is missing, and if he thinks that he can make a good left back of Chilwell, then I don't see the problem in it, except for the price, obviously. So if the price is actually affordable, so less than 45 million, then I think that Lampard should get Chilwell if he wants him. We've been saying that Lampard needs to get the player he wants so we can actually properly judge him next season. So even if I want Tagliafico, or even if everyone wants Tagliafico, I think we should wait before criticizing Lampard on his choices, because he will be next season, and we should just give him the player he wants given the price is affordable.
So the Chelsea board are clearly proactive and prioritising the incoming transfers. They're looking at King Kai, looking at left back, goalkeeper, carbohydrate, even some Gial, potentially some 1, 2, 3 paintings to hang up around the bridge, because we know we're not getting a new stadium, so we may as well make the current one look pretty. But I'm here to prioritise the outgoings. I think as fans we need to take responsibility and ownership of who's leaving. It's not all about the glitz and glamour, it's now about the deadwood. So without further ado, Kepa Balegi. Alright? Don't really know how to say your name, don't know how to spell it, don't care. If you're not going to go to a new country, you don't need to learn the new language. So simple as that really. And I don't really care about the P's or the fees. You just gotta go, alright? So I can eat. Don't really care, bro. Do you know what I mean? Money is not as important as happiness. You learn that as you grow up. And as soon as you board your flight, I can have a good night. So it's time to bounce. Alonso, everybody talking about wings and wing backs and 3-4-3. I don't eat wings. I'm a vegetarian now. So now, with that being said, I don't need you. Do you know what I mean? You're slow, you're clogging up my arteries, and I'm trying to have a pacey, free-flowing bloodstream. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to get some crosses whipped in. So you gotta go. Rudy, it's getting awfully rude. Listen, you've done your agent thing, you know what I mean? Kai, Timo, thanks for that, gracias, but you've got to go too. I'm not trying to do no more dance moves on the pitch. I'm not trying to see no more hustle, because the hustle's not paying off. Emerson, I don't know who kidnapped that Don, but he's not looking the same. You gotta go. Someone's replaced you with your twin, and this twin's got no footballing ability or no sort of defensive capability, so out you go. Christiansen, controversial, but you know what I mean, argue with your nan. He's not really fulfilling me anymore. Do you know what I mean? He's one of them dons that he's God's grace, and the next minute he's a disgrace. Do you know what I mean? It's like I've seen drugs influence a man less than what you're doing. You're just giving me a headache, so it's time to go. Batman, also, you gotta go too. You're not even doing the social media thing anymore. No more SpongeBob, no more memes. You know what I mean? You're not even doing that. So the handshake with Pulisic isn't happening on the pitch because you're not getting on the pitch enough. So the chemistry's gone. You know what I mean? So you need to go too. Barkley, don't need to say anything. So yeah, that's my list. Bakayoko and Drinkwater obviously are not included because I just assumed we would have got rid of them by now. Alright, in a bit.
Fly high in the sky, the kick the blue flag flying high. Stand for ribs to Germany, we keep the blue